All right, there we go. Recording started. I know the first two exercises,
Yep.
and there's only three new warm-up ones. They're all right after that. The bridge with alternating diagonal reach. So
Yeah.
you're just going to be on the ground. I've had to do this one a long time ago. But the bridge first, then reach up and over to the other side, hips back down, bridge again, and then you're going to reach towards the other side. Your goal is not to let the hips drop, keep them up high, and it's just this little torso rotation we're getting to get that reach when you're in that bridge position.
Now, okay, yeah, so you're in a bridge. Okay. Got it.
All right, next one is 6-point single arm JC band TS row. TS is thoracic spine, so we're just gonna get some more rotation. With that band, I'm gonna have to show you with the super band because that's what's over here, but by the way, it still works as long as you have some resistance. There we go. All right, so what you're gonna do is get on all fours. The band's gonna go straight to your side. Outside arm has the band. I'm gonna go reach towards the wall as far as I can. And as I go to pull it in, I'm going to open my chest up away. It's really easy to let your hips shift, so just be mindful to keep your hips centered and just let your chest open up and then reach all the way back. Just open up, reach all the way back. I'm gonna show you from the other side just so you can see it there. We got inside arms forward, outside arm has the band. I'm gonna reach with my arm towards the wall with the band. As I pull away, drive the elbow to the ribs, exhaling as I go up. It should be very similar to that motion we've done before, but now it's just that pull with the band. I just see a lot of people kind of hike up or move around with the band. Just tight to your side and open up. So that is the second new one. The third one is a staggered calf raises with an ISO JC band pull down. So you're gonna have your band. I'm just gonna again use my super band. This is gonna be a little tricky for you. So you're gonna pull that band down to your hips. The staggered stance, I should say that first. The staggered first. Pull it down to your hips. Both my feet are flat initially, but you're gonna go on your toes for both legs and back. Keeping the band by your hips the whole time. All the way up in your toes, back down. When you go up in your toes, your body is gonna wanna slingshot forward. So you have to resist that. The core's gonna have to work, the calves have to work, ankles are gonna have to work so you don't fall. But again, after you do all one side, staggered again. Keep that band towards your hips, up to the toes, and down. Up to the toes, and down. So that was that funky one, but those are your three new warm-up exercises. Any questions on those before we move on?
Nope. Good.
All right.
Good.
So then we have a kneeling side plank, single arm JC band row with the top leg lifted. I'll move this back, and you're gonna need to see a little bit more of me. All right, so got the band. I'm gonna get into a kneeling side plank position. So small angle so you can see me. Band's gonna be in front of me. I'm gonna hold myself up in that kneeling side plank position. The top leg though is gonna be straight out and it's gonna be off the ground. What? That is not gonna show very well. To this side. So kneeling side plank, top leg straight out and lift it off the ground. And from there, then you're just gonna maintain your row.
Okay.
So keeping up high, this leg stays floating. If you need to, you can bend the knee if it's a little too hard, but ideally I want that leg straight out. And you're gonna hold that as you row for 10 on each side. So that's the first one. The next one is a TRX push-up and a fallout. Now you've done both of these, but we're just gonna kind of combine them a little bit. I do need to lengthen these because that's not gonna work for me. There we go. All right, so got my toes, I do the push-up. When I come back up, then you're gonna reach out and fall out. So you're gonna push up first, reach out, and fall out. I'm just gonna keep alternating, but when you do a push-up and a fall out, those two count as one rep. So you'd have to end up doing 10 as well.
Yeah, I figured that one out. Okay.
Okay. Your forward step and single arm deadlift. 5 to 10 each side, depending on your weight. What you're gonna do is hold it on one side. Opposite leg's gonna step forward, and you're gonna deadlift down towards the ground, launch back up. I'll show you from the side just so you can see. So opposite leg will step, hinge, step back up. You can do kind of whatever you want with the weight. You can even, if with the bag, if you just want to hold it underneath. But I think you had handles. I don't know if it's gonna touch the ground early, but if you want to, you could just kind of hold under the bag like that. Basically, I just want one weight on your side. Step and hinge and come together. 5 to 10 per side. Then you have tall kneeling press outs. So start by your chest, tall kneeling, just press it out. Not then. Making sure you create some tension by just trying to tear whatever tool you use back and forth. It's pretty hard with that 40-pound bag. I think the kitty litter probably we're going to go with that one.
Okay.
Front-loaded shucking. This one I think will be fine with the saw. But what you're going to do is pull the bag up here, pull it in tight, nice and wide. Make sure your feet are straight ahead. Now I'm going to hinge and squat to one side, and I'll stay at that level as I just shift side to side. So again, staying there, feet are still flat and forward. And just so you can see the side, my back is still nice and neutral, not rounded here. I'm pulling my shoulders back into the bag. And then I just shift side to side. So that's shucking. Front-loaded shucking, to be specific. Then you have a split stance, single arm JC band archer row. Angle that up a little bit since I'm tall. There you go. So, got your band.
How's this one different than the warm-up?
So the one in the warm-up, you have two, and you're rotating. It's very similar. This is just going to be single-sided.
Oh, this is single arm. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
What you're going to do is just have the band. The foot that's back is the arm that has the band. The other arm is still going to do that reach back and forth, but there's no band in my left hand.
Okay, and my heel does not need to be lifted.
Correct. That one's foot's flat. This is more about the strength of the pull, not so much the stability of it.
Okay.
Good note. Last one, single leg max iso hip bridge. That is here. Get 1 foot flat, one leg up. Bridge yourself up, pull that bag apart. I'm just gonna go from pocket to pocket. Back and forth. Staying with that one leg, you're gonna go until you get 5 each hip or 10 total. Then you're gonna switch your leg and do 5 each hip again or 10 total. And then that's the big circuit. Any questions on that before we go to the finisher?
Nope.
Okay. Then your first finisher exercise is a shoulder SH, shoulder half Turkish get up. So what you're gonna do is take your bag, you're gonna put it on your shoulder, foot that's flat, pull it in tight. You're gonna drive through this foot, get onto your forearm, get onto your hand, and then bridge your hips. Back down with the hips, back down with the forearm, and then back with the back. And he's going to go up and down. I will do that all on one side for 5 and all the other sides for 5, but I would probably use the salt bag, and you're just literally going to hold it on your shoulder and just pull it in. You probably could do the kitty litter. It'd be a little awkward, but the salt bag would probably use. Feel like that one's pretty good?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And then
Instead of having my arm up in the air, I've got the shoulder on my.
Exactly. I'm like, you've done the Turkish get up before, so if you haven't done it before, I was like, I wouldn't teach you it over virtual.
Yeah.
At least not with that first one. But I figured you could probably do that. All right, and then the one you'll combo that with is just TRX. Now you can grab one handle and just pull it tight and make sure you don't fall back, or you can hold on to two. It's up to you. All you're gonna do is just lean back with your arms straight, and you're gonna pull yourself up and rotate to your pocket, and then back down. Pull yourself up.
Yeah, I've been doing 2 handles. Do you prefer one?
No, you can do either one. I'm fine with it. I see some people just prefer having both handles, and then they would pull and just reach both handles in.
Yeah, that's what I've been doing, but
Yeah, that's fine. If you feel more secure with that, that's totally fine. But they would alternate until you get 8 each side. And that's it for A day. So we'll move on to B day, and we'll start with core, which is single leg hip bridge with the pullover. So weird because I never write the tool. I usually at the gym we always write like USB pullover or kettlebell pullover. For you, I just keep it vague. Depends on what you use. All right. 1 foot flat, one leg up, bags above your chest, rip it apart. You're going to do your single leg bridge, then you're going to hold it there as you reach your bag or litter over your head. Hips back down. Bridge again. Reach that weight overhead, pull it back, hips down. So whatever you're using, just make sure you try to create some tension by pulling it apart just in your shoulders. It might not move, but as long as you're trying to stabilize your shoulders. So that's the first one. Oh, for some reason the reps say 10 right, 10 left. They should be 5, or it says 10, but it should be 5 right, 5 left. Just like that. All right. And your next one is half kneeling double arm JC band anti-extension overhead lift. Very descriptive, but it's not as complicated as it sounds. It's more for the coaches to make sure we know which direction we're going. But what you're going to do is take your band. Mine's a little different, so I'm just going to have it around my chest. But both hands, you're going to have both handles. You're going to press it straight out. You'll keep it out in front of you. What you're going to do is just reach all the way overhead and bring it back in. What you're going to resist, though, is that extension force being created by the band. So that core has to work to keep your ribs down towards your belly button. And then back up. Be mindful not to let your hips jam forward. You just want to stay tall. After one side, 10. Then you're going to switch your arms, do the same thing. 10 up and down with those arms.
Okay.
All right. Now we're doing shoulder squat with a JC band row. So your weight goes on your shoulder. The other hand has your band. Feet and shoulder width apart. You're going to squat down at the bottom. Do your row in and out. Stand up. Squat down. Row in and out. Stand up. Really simple.
Yep.
Not easy, just simple. Okay. TRX inverted rows. So I know you have that hooked up beneath you. And you've done normal rows before, which is just kind of leaning back. Inverted, I just want you to get a little bit lower. So if you get a little lower and pull that row, it'd be great. If you feel like you're sliding, what you could do is bend your knees and like bridge almost, so your feet are flat, but you're pretty parallel to the floor. And you can do your rows that way. So either here.
Is that okay to do? Because I tend to slide on the floor if my legs are out.
Yeah, so this is fine. Yeah, bend the knees, put your feet flat, and roll like this, like you're in a bridge position. Totally fine.
Okay.
All right. Atlas lateral lunge. So what you're gonna do is take it and like hug your weight like it's your best friend. A bear hug, Atlas, whatever you, depends on what tool you use, but I just called it Atlas. Basically, I just want the weight by your chest. And you're just gonna do a lateral lunge. We're gonna step to, I'm gonna step this like, step to the side and together. Step to the side, together. But all one side, and then you'll go all the other side. Remember, you're still stepping and pushing those hips back and then driving up together. That's your third one. Next one's single arm push-ups. This one's a little tricky. Don't lean far. Okay. So don't lean too far into your push-up, but start pretty upright to start. On your toes though, wide feet. You do whatever you want with this hand. I like to put it behind my back. I'm just gonna fall forward, push away. With one hand, it's really easy to your body want to twist and drop. Got to use that core to maintain the posture you created in the beginning. We'll do all one side and all the other side. After that, you have wall pressing, half kneeling, front leg lift. So that's, I'm gonna have to move it a little bit. I should be able to get over. Sorry, I was just trying to look for a wall. Get that out of the way. So wall pressing, just need a wall in front of you, Greg. Pushing into it, and your front leg is just going to lift off the ground just for a little bit. But I'm trying to push hard into it. I'm gonna mime what I was doing, but I was pushing into that wall with my hands, and then you can use this for balance. But your front leg should lift and down. That's it. Pushing as hard as you can. I'm not just touching the wall. I want activation. And then when you lift that leg, hold it for about 3 seconds up, and then put it back down the ground. But that's anywhere from 5 to 10. All right, 2 more to go. You have a front-loaded max reverse lunge. You can take this. Oops. Let's go up a little bit. Front-loaded position. As you lunge back, you're going to turn your shoulders towards that bag, or towards the front leg, I'm sorry. and then come back up. So just a little twist towards your front leg.
Well, I think I did this last time.
You had it down here, and then back up. Unless
Yeah,
you
I
were,
had this. Yeah, I had this on my finisher last time.
were you doing the front load of this? I thought I changed it from regular to front load. Oh, man, I'm gonna mess that up. Let's make it a chop and lift then. Oh, shit. I said I delete it. I must have forgot to change it.
Are you changing it now?
I'm gonna change it right now. So we'll do a chop and lift because that's
Should I
what
get
I was
my
next
mouth
program. You should have. Too late now. All right, so you're gonna step back. You're gonna bring the bag or the weight over your front leg just like you would for the max. But as you go stand up, you're gonna lift at an angle.
Ah,
So chop
okay.
and lift. Chop. And lift. So we'll do 8 right, 8 left on that. And then the bear crawl position pledge cleanse. It's basically what it sounds like. Start on all fours, and the bear crawl position just knees off the ground. And it's going to touch your opposite shoulder in that bear crawl position without letting your hips rock side to side. Keep everything still. And just go side to side. And that's 8 each side, and that would be the end of the workout. Anything else
Okay.
you want me to demonstrate before I stop the recording?
No, I think I'm good.
Stop that real quick.